Good morning, QA engineers and those who are planning to become one soon. On this video, we're going to share how could 18 years young girl from Chicago get an internship in a US-based startup. While a lot of you guys are saying that the job market is pretty bad, she was able to land it, just like this girl, that guy, that girl, and all of these people. And by the way, I think there is only one clear difference between all of them and those who didn't find it. And that is, we're going to talk about it in a few, but only with those kind of people who will hit this big fat thumb up button below. I think it's right here. Subscribe to our channel right there. And also follow our Instagram, LinkedIn, and a Telegram communities, links to which you can find right here. Anyways, now let me remind you who I am, and then we're gonna get started. My name is Sergey Kromchenko. I'm a software QA engineer, lead manager, and a senior engineering manager of SDAT in the past. But these days, I'm helping people like you to become a QA engineer from scratch or to improve your existing skills. Now, let's get into it. Yay! I'm sharp. Good to see you, Angelina.
Hello.
Howdy, 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 and welcome back. It's a pleasure to see you again. And finally, we're recording that interview.
It took a little time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Anyways, do you want to tell us about yourself? Who are you? Where are you coming from? Where do you live? And how long you been here for?
So I've been living in USA for almost like 4 years. I live in Illinois. Originally from Belarus, and just turned 19 years old, and I'm working as intern at Time Machine at one of the startups based in LA. And I'm building my tech
Like,
career from the ground up, no college degree, just for grind, self-teaching, and real-time experience.
that's cool. That's cool. Did you say your company is based in LA, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. I should stop by and say hi from you.
Sure. Yeah, we'll set it up one day, one day.
That's cool. So you're originally from Belarus. You've been in the US for how long?
4 years.
4 years. Your English is excellent. And you've just turned 9 years young, right?
Yep.
That's cool. Congrats. When was it, by the way?
It was last Monday. I was working.
What an amazing birthday to spend at your internship, right?
Yep, it was actually not bad. It was actually pretty fun. Everyone knew it was my birthday. Not everyone, but some people, my boss basically knew it was my birthday, so it was just fun. It was first time in my life when I like had congratulations from people, from professionals, so it was cool.
Yay, congratulations. Alrighty. Well, how did you find us?
I'll start from the whole beginning. I had to. I didn't want to really pay for some boot camps or like training. I challenged myself kind of, and I wanted to learn everything from the beginning by myself because first of all, I did not have an opportunity to spend a lot of money on education, and second of all, it was just fun to see how like ChatGPT and everything will work out. So I was looking for interview prep when on YouTube, and most of them were in English, but they were like kind of confusing, and I could not like get what people mostly saying. And then I found your page, and your videos actually were really interesting because first of all, you interviewing people that are working in US, but they are originally from Eastern Europe, which is pretty cool because I feel like most of QAs in US from Eastern Europe.
Well, we had probably about half of our students are from Eastern Europe, but we had people from all over the world,
Mhm.
from the US, from Africa, from Asia, from South America as well, from Australia, by the way. I'm going to attach a video of South Australian guy, probably right here. Anyways, let's continue.
So yeah, and then I found your videos and I found them pretty fun, pretty interesting, and then I start watching um most of the things you post all the time. I just followed you, and then it just started helping me out because like I'm looking for something, for example, some tool that is really popular right now, and then you talk about this tool and I'm like, oh, okay. We on
Next
the same flow.
next time you want to learn some tool, just give me a call. I'll put a video on the YouTube so you could watch it. Just pair your
Thank you. Thank you. I will know next time.
And by the way, a lot of you guys have been asking me for a while, how can you improve your English or your accent? Because you wanna get into world of QA or world of tech, but you don't speak English very well. And exactly for you, I decided to open up a new YouTube channel in order to help you guys to improve your English and your accents. As it took me a lot, and I'm still learning, I'm still improving, I'm still doing exercises every single morning, and I would love to help you completely for free as well. So follow this video or the link right below this one. And make sure to leave some comments and subscribe to that channel as well. So why QA?
Well, QA felt like the perfect entry point into tech, first of all, and I've always had a eye for details, who will say that, and like love catching little mistakes and working on little little processes. Even when I was working as a waitress, it was so important for me to have like each step like really conscious and thought about. So it was important part for me. And plus to this, QA teaches you how to work behind the scenes. It's like literally like architecture. You're building a whole house from the scratch. I will say it's kind of familiar to this. And also I love being a part of team. Like probably a lot of people are freelancing or working by themselves, and I probably couldn't see myself doing this. I think it's what keeps me going even more, because people are fun and working with people even more fun.
Nice, that's awesome. Can you tell us what technologies or tools have you learned before you got an internship?
I actually was trying to learn Selenium before I was getting my internship, but head of QA in my company told me to learn Playwright, and he's on this TypeScript, and he's teaching me that. So I think it's one of the important things, and also how to work with Jira. It was the second part. I was watching many YouTube videos. I was creating my own project, and couple weeks ago I even went to one of the trainings in Chicago for Jira for project management, and I learned how to automate Jira, which was actually like a little good thing.
That's cool. Whoa, that's nice.
Yeah, so that was one of the tools. And honestly, if I would have a chance to go back and I would relearn something, I would work on my JavaScript skills a little bit more, because you have to know some automation in 2025, and this is important. So don't just learn manual. I mean, manual, you can't automate if you don't know how to test manually. So it's it's how it works.
Exactly. And by the way, guys, Shiv just mentioned JavaScript, Playwright, Jira, and I'm like, okay, I have a video, I have a video, I have a video. You attach a list of videos that Shiv mentioned right below this video, so you could just click them right there. Just FYI.
Yeah, people should watch more videos, especially if you have all of them. And they all short, your videos never further than 25 minutes. That's what I've noticed.
Exactly.
Compliments to you.
Well,
Even
go ahead.
That's compliments to you, because even lazy people can watch them.
Exactly. And we are at 25 minutes right now, so we gotta go short.
Okay. But
Awesome. So what was your plan? How did you know that you have to do this, 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 and that in order to get an internship if you did it on your own?
okay. My plan was beyond applying. I wanted to build a portfolio, just tell people that I know this, this, and this tool. But before that, I was trying to learn as much base of manual testing as I could. So I just learned how to write bug reports, how to write test cases, the most important parts, and how to just genuinely see things that nobody else sees as a QA. And again, it still didn't matter once I got my internship, because once I got my internship, I couldn't write bug reports the certain way. I couldn't write test cases a certain way, because I was nervous, I was anxious, and not because I'm genuinely always like that, just because I felt the responsibility for the first time. And when you feel responsibility for something, then it's getting like a little bit harder. So I think you have to know how to do this. You have to have imagination in your head of like how things work as a QA, but still you have to work for your first experience. And I think that was my main idea of my plan, just to keep working for my experience.
Do you have a secret that would help people like you with no experience to get an internship in the US? Is there anything that you would like to share with our YouTube viewers?
Okay, I will share the secret with you, but only if whoever is watching right now who's not subscribed have to subscribe, and then I will share the secret. Go, go and follow.
Okay, we'll stop the video right now. One, two, subscribe. Let's move forward.
The secret is seriously okay. Don't wait until you feel ready because you'll never feel 100% ready for anything. And I said it in my when I was talking about what plan two, because again, it's experience and it's responsibility. It's feeling completely different. Start building something, start testing something, start applying, just trying things out. Of- And like you can apply and get 300 rejections, and you can be like, hey, what is like what is wrong with those people, and then you just quit. Or you can ask what is wrong with myself and work on your resume, and then ask someone else, oh hey, or find someone who is a QA, or find someone who teaches how to be a QA, or find a video on YouTube, or ask Google, or you just have to ask questions. You have to stay curious about everything you do. So you learn by doing, not by waiting. That's the biggest secret. You gotta have it as a wish, ride or die.
Exactly. I fully agree with you. Dedication is the key. Sometimes we get, by the way, this I'm a founder of the Codemify QA Bootcamp, and we do help hundreds of people from all over the world. And the thing is, in the past, I thought that I can spot the people who will get a job because I can see, okay, if those are the smartest kids, they have the highest chance of getting the job. But now I understand that I understand nothing whenever I see people for the first time because situations change. The smartest people, they get some issues in on the personal side, or they simply lose the patience for some reason, and then they quit applying for a job. And those people who were not very interested at the beginning, but they were like, hey, I'm going to give it a shot. I will actually try it. Those are becoming, they're gaining the most experience. They're starting to ask more questions during the second part of the course, and they're actually taking the lead position and getting the job right away, even before they finish the course. So what I really understand now is nothing can beat the dedication. Absolutely. You're talented, doesn't matter. You're good looking, doesn't matter. You're smart, doesn't matter. If you don't have dedication, it's all just a waste of your time.
Yeah. Nothing, even if we will talk about it seriously, like really honest, most of the companies they look, as only at experience, and you can't gain experience if you're just gonna, I don't know, just study all the time, You
I'm gonna
always gonna those forever learners. It's the biggest problem. You have to work for your first experience. That's the main life hack. You have to, even like how people work for free. I I So, if you really want to, you can work for free, and it's one of the options. And you have to put your ego down a little bit and think about it. Maybe I will work for free today, or this month, or next 2 months, and I will just not eat steaks every day. I don't know, and and everything like that. And I'm talking about people my age. I'm talking about people who's like in the beginning of their 20s and 18 and further, because I feel like a lot of people are losing their chances on becoming something big in their lives just by putting themselves in really big comfort zone and never getting out of it. So I think it's a big problem.
Any recommendations you want to give to people who are going to be looking at you, 19-year young, who just turned 19 last week? And so you got your internship when you were 18, right?
Yep.
So we're going to call this video 18 years young. Cool. Any recommendations for those 18 plus years young who are looking at you right now and thinking, well, if she did it, maybe I could do it? Anything you want to tell yourself a year ago?
Mm, if you started, start small, but start right now. You know how people are putting too many. They're like, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna stop eating. I'm gonna do 50 push-ups and in a minute every 10 minutes and all of this. And you just have to go step by step because you're still a human and you have to do it with love for yourself. Watch YouTube tutorials. Take a free QA courses. Not if you think free QA courses are not for you, take paid QA courses if you're that advanced. Uh, and set up your own test cases. I don't know, your own projects. Even if it's random websites, just make sure there's no like something that can cause
Right.
viruses. Yeah, your video card. Um, I would say I would learn how API works, practice writing bug reports, and I'll go into details. And yeah, and Sergey will attach all videos he has, so watch all of them. And I think even this minute, this second will be a good time for anyone to start their journey on becoming something in tech. Doesn't matter if it's QA, front end, back end, whatever. You you can start any second. Don't set this moment apart from Monday or next Saturday or next month. You have to start right now and just keep going.
Exactly. Exactly. And literally, I have seen so far about 3 people just like you who did everything on your own, who've learned and who found an internship and who got a job. And I'm more than encouraging every one of you guys to watch videos. As you said, start with a YouTube, maybe get some cheap Udemy courses to get more knowledge, get it practice, get an internship in any way possible, get a job. But if you ever need any help, you got a link to for the free consultation with me right before this video. Alrighty. On this note, Angelina, thank you so much for your time. You're amazing. I wish you luck in a future job career advancements, and I'm looking forward to interview you as the QA lead or manager in the next couple of years.
Thank you.